But I don't care. It can rain, it can be pretty. My life is so good, nothing's going to get me down. Does that make sense? And it has to go, hey, nothing's going to mess with me after that. Okay? And we need to see the physical body change. You're pretty good at getting the expression. But if your expression energy sits here and goes, what if I said I've been, and hours and hours and hours said, well, what if I said I've been, do you understand the body has to change, and then it has to be, no matter what the tempo is. But it can't be, what if I said I've been moving, and the body energy doesn't change. There's a huge A-level opportunity for us, okay? Because we don't all do that. And I saw that when we ran it, and I thought, ooh, let's just fix that. So that we understand that concept without worrying about where the moves are. I know the moves sometimes help you do that character, I get that. But you gotta be able to do that without the moves. And then the moves just enhance that and take that up another level. Because sometimes we lean on the moves being the most important thing, and it's the character, it's the attitude, and the feeling behind the move that's more important than the actual gesture itself. Okay? So let's start right there with that. Queen Latifah attitude. And hey, nobody messes with me.
What if I said I've been blue, baby, now?
Good!
I'm walking through fields and fields of flowers. The rain may glisten, but still I just walk hours and hours and hours. I'm just a kid again, doing what I did again, singing a song. When the red robin goes home and all it all alone, singing a song, nothing could go wrong. Ba 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 ba.
See, then you can do a tag like that. You can't sing that long tag that she wants to do and carry that out if you don't bring that energy to it, right? Because otherwise it's just, okay? And the move, just so you know, comes in across like we did before, where it crosses through the side. Then it turns and opens, and I'll do it towards you. So it comes in and it's this way, sideways. Then your body turns and lifts, and then you're going to shift your weight to your back foot. You're going to go back and bring your hands up, and we're going to split it.
Now you're waiting for the other.
And it's going to be a new move, okay? So you're going to go to the outside. So if you're here, it comes weight shift back, and then weight shift forward, and then turn it and open it. Weight shift goes all the way back, and hands come right to your tatas, and then you open and split it. So we have one last big ta-da, and that's out to the outside. Okay, does that make sense? So let's just put that move in. Let's do the same thing. By the way, that time I see everybody play, which is awesome. It takes a lot to do that all the time, which is why it's a novelty to be an A-level chorus. Because we're amateur singers. But if I have to pull it out of you and then you get it, it takes a lot for you to own that all the time. That's awesome. But that's the A game if we're going to play at the A-level game. And we could do the A-level game some of the time, and not all the time, and we could get a solid B+, which would, everything would start with a 7. Great. But we have to work at an A level so that when under the adrenaline rush and the lack of focus and costumes that didn't go the way you should, shoes that hurt, you're not going to always be at your top of the game when you hit that. We'd love it if you did, but it doesn't always happen. So we got to work above that goal of a 70 in order to reach a 70 to have it hit all the time. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So I'm pushing you the next couple of days I'm with you. I'm just pushing you. Front row did a great job of that last night. We nitpicked one song apart for 3 hours. Do you feel solid in it? You know what to do, but you don't feel solid in it. Would you agree? Yeah, but you know what to do. All right, here we go. Same thing. Attitude, attitude. Only add the moves in the very last part of the tag. And I'll do them with you, okay?
We need to switch sides.
Well, just go with your side. Here we go.
And what?
What if I said I've been blue, baby?
Try with a better breath. Not a confusing breath. Like,
What if I said I've been blue, baby? Now I'm walking through fields and fields of flowers. The rain may glisten, but still I listen for hours and hours. I'm just a kid again, doing what I did again, singing a song. Red, red, red robin goes bob, bob, bobbing along, singing a song. Nothing could go wrong, bob, 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 bobbing along.
first one, open. And so you're going to have to give us a better cue on the third one.
Okay.
Okay?
On when to start it?
Yeah.
Okay, I
So,
will.
because we have to shift our weight to
And
give
they
you
all
the
have to see me.
ta-da. Yep.
Okay. I was trying to do it with
Yes.
just one hand. I did one hand up with both hands in the air.
Yeah,
I'll try
yeah.
to
That's, I know you guys are bad. That's so okay. Do it. Yeah. So she's gonna say, bobbing along, and then she's gonna do two hands
The second
up,
one.
and then
and
she's
then
gonna go bang.
Start.
And that's the one that opens that up. Okay? So she's gonna go bobbing along, and then she's gonna go, that's the push open, and then she's gonna go, and she's gonna give you one, and you can bring it up here and open it and split it if you want.
Okay, so when do we step back?
When she brings her hands up
Okay.
to do that, okay?
Could
So
you review that turn and the step back again for the slow turn?
the ba 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 ba.
I'm not sure when to change my weight. That's
Right. Okay. So the weight goes bobbing along, so it comes back on bobbing along, and then she's going to give you a push, and your weight goes forward right there. Hand is flat, and then she's going to bring her hands up, and when she brings her hands up, you go back, and then follow her on that. Does that make sense? So when you see Lori Jo go back, open, so that back is her pullback. And a little jazz hand, yep. So when you come up, it goes, yep, yep. And we're going to open that to the side so that your hand will go about to 2 o'clock, about the corner, and your hand will go about to 10:30, 11. Yeah? Good. Does that make sense?
And full extension on the arm.
Yeah, and not till the very end, at the cutoff. Boom! At the cutoff, full extension. This is not jazz hands. This is jazz hands. These are not jazz hands. These are jazz hands. Yes.
Do you want us to have our bodies angled the opposite way than of our hand, or do you
Yep.
want us to be more
Yep.
comfortable? Okay.
Well, yeah, open it up a little bit. Yeah. Open it up. We want the sound because we just got done coming here straight. So we're looking just to put that angle so that you can still have Lori Jo in your peripheral vision, but you're pretty much out there. Good question. Yeah.
So the front row, we stay flat, right?
Yep. Because you're away from the
And
right.
second,
They wanna be in that.
how does the sound match that? When do we actually?
So,
we don't-
bobbing along is where that dynamic push goes. Yep. So it goes grow, grow, push. Does that make sense?
Don't oversing.
No, no. And if you want to go louder, then you got to go softer to come into it to build it up. Okay. So let's go back and do that one more
That
time.
makes sense?
Yes.
Okay.
What if I said? What if I said? What if I said? What if I said?
1, 2, and.
What if I said I've been blue, baby? Now I'm walking through fields and fields of flowers. The rain may listen, but still I listen for hours and hours and hours. I'm just a kid again, doing what I did again, singing a song.
Now
Red,
breathe.
red, red robin goes bob, bob, bobbing along.
You got it. So, how much energy does it take to do that?
All of your energy.
The problem is, you're coming off of an up tune that we've run and run and run and run and run, and by the time you get to the tag, you don't have this presence. So how do we build stamina? Well, there's 1,000 things you can do to build stamina. But what are you going to be able to do that you are going to prepare so you can sing it like that? Because that's a pretty phenomenal tag. How does it sound up there, Joe?
Wow.
Wow. When we hit it the first time, she went. Her eyes went to her head, went, wow, there we go.
Love it.
Yeah, and if you were sitting in the pit,
Holy cow.
yeah, we leave that on an up note, and that scores in a mid-70 for the tag. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, no matter what happened at the end of